Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a mixture of very light rain and some sun, and a high of 92 with wind 13 to 17 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Partly cloudy skies tonight and quite warm near 82. A small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by some sun and 93 tomorrow. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia at Bill Bird Kia. Get behind the wheel of an exciting new 2026 Kia model where advanced technology, confidence-inspiring safety, and premium comfort come together for every drive. Looking for an SUV? Check out the stylish new 2026 Kia Sportage or the family-ready new 2026 Kia Sorento. And if you need more room, the innovative new 2026 Kia Carnival MPV delivers SUV-inspired design with plenty of room for all of your adventures. Bringing style and performance together, experience the bold new 2026 Kia K4 and new 26 Kia K5. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind that you can trust. Visit Bill Bird Kia at 2435 East 15th Street in Panama City or online anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer, where we treat you like family. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details.
Football season is right around the corner.
Touchdown!
And 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has an unbelievable schedule of college and NFL games. Do you own a business, want to reach more customers? Put the power of ESPN Northwest Florida to work for you. Advertising opportunities are available right now. For more information, call 850-215-4468 or go to ESPNPC.com and click the contact button.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, that Cajun place, we got them back, baby. Thank goodness. Jan Trudy do an unbelievable job down there. You know, she did really well. They went to a competition out in Vegas, and she hit, I don't think she wants me to tell anybody, but I am anyway. She hit a huge one. She did an outstanding job. You know, they're going to open a new one.
We could have saved time. I could have just given her the money I lost out there here, and neither of us would have had to travel.
Make a trip.
That's true. What he said, that's probably true there. Yeah, they're going to open a new Cajun plate, the Cajun Pearl, I think they're going to name it.
Yeah.
Fine dining downtown. I think it's going to be off Harrison Avenue. I'm looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. And we'll let you know when it's going to be open. It's going to be a while, but it's going to be something special. Glenn, what did we miss any? I didn't want to do all. I don't even do certain games.
You said Port St. Joe, and I said they're playing Destin.
And
we both took Destin.
Yeah. And and we already did Freeport. We got South Walton. Vernon. Who's Vernon got?
Vernon is way down there at Dixie County.
Dixie County is usually pretty tough.
Yeah,
and Vernon struggled lately. I don't know.
I'm taking Dixie County. I know one of the fighting Timmy Henson.
Both of you got Dixie?
I agree. Yep.
Okay. All right. And again, I apologize. We'll have all this stuff hopefully for y'all for next Wednesday because y'all gonna have to keep up with this. I got a piece of paper here, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna really pay much attention to this.
Well, that's what you got.
So, in other words, you've angered your quote secretary.
Yes. And all right, I'm going to go back to FSU. I'm going to get back to FSU. Florida State. I think you all know the answer to this one. When was the last time they won a national championship, and who was the head football coach?
2013. Jimbo.
Who was the Heisman Trophy winner?
James.
Famous Jameis.
Okay. Let's look at FSU. What has happened since then? Jimbo Fisher left. It has not been the same. So since then, since 2013, Florida State's record is terrible. 89 wins, 61 losses. 89 wins, 61 losses.
You know what's crazy? There's a 13-0 in there.
Yeah, you take that. Yeah.
There's a 10-3 and a 13-0.
They're not the only one in this boat. Tennessee, since 1998, Tennessee's last national championship. Since then, They won 203 games. They lost 136.
No, that's not bad enough.
Look at the Auburn Tigers. 2010 last national championship, and then they lost it in 2013 to FSU. Since then, Florida, Auburn 106 wins, 85 losses.
Ooh, wow.
Nebraska last national championship 1997. Since then, 209 wins, 144 losses. Not good. Not good. Oh, we got who called?
We got Beck on the line.
Beck, what's up?
How about you? I got a question. I don't know if you can answer.
I can, but it might not be correct. Go ahead.
How are they going to do like the? I'm going to the football game at Bozeman on Thursday.
Okay.
And it's the little boys. They play. I don't know if they play Mowat or North Bay Haven. I mean, are they playing? They have a little team, and then they have junior varsity, and then they have varsity.
Yeah, some of them do now. I'm not sure about all the schools. Some of them have all three. I know Mosley does.
Yeah.
Bozeman, I thought they only had varsity and JV.
Well, he may be talking middle school because Bozeman's K to 12.
Bozeman got a middle
That's
school.
right. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Bozeman has middle school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my girlfriend's grandson plays, and he's only 12 years old, 11.
Yeah. Well,
12 years old.
That's middle school.
I got to ask you something now. Your girlfriend, I don't know if I should do it on air, but which one? I've seen you with three different ones. I mean, just.
Yeah.
I hope she ain't listening.
You're gonna get that man in trouble.
No, you know I'm messing with you.
But anyway, no, I was kind of curious because they done that before, and I was wondering if Bozeman had the only small team because they're only looking at junior varsity and varsity, right?
Well, that's the high school. But see, Bozeman's K through 12, so they have a middle school too.
Yeah, they're all housed in the same school, so.
Right. Well, I guess that's what he plays on.
Right. It has to be. Yes.
What grade's he in?
He's a sixth grader.
Okay.
So that's middle school.
That's middle school. Yeah. They were supposed to have a jamboree at Arnold. I think all the middle schools.
They were supposed to have it, but it's the
heat index at 4:00. There's no way they can play at 4:00.
Yeah, they were supposed to play like last week in this, which that was the big team, and then this week.
Oh, okay.
They're playing Thursday, like tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow, but I was curious. Are they playing Mowat's in 8th grade players? I don't know how.
Glenn, do you know that?
No, I don't. I just think they're Mowat's 6, 7, and 8 too. So I don't know. The only thing I know right now is that the Bozeman will host Taylor County Friday. That's the varsity, the big boys.
I'm going to thank you so much for getting out and supporting these kids. A lot of people don't go to games anymore. I'm glad you still do. What high school teams do you try to go watch at least one of them during the school year?
I really like. I like to watch Rutherford. I like to support all of them because I've had friends that's had quarterbacks and whatever at Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
When Johnny Gray was there, you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out there all them games, and then from Bozeman, when they had Griff over there,
mm-hmm.
and because he played football with my son, my oldest son.
Wow.
So yeah, and I think he quarterbacked. I'm not sure. I can't remember back that far. But Harden was there.
I think Griff was a quarterback. Wasn't Griff a quarterback?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
Johnny Gray. I love Johnny Gray. He's one of the greatest kids I've ever been around. Love that boy.
Oh yeah, he's a therapist now, right?
Yeah, man, he does. He's incredible. Him and his wife both in the medical field. They're both outstanding. His wife Morgan used to spend out at our house all the time. Her and Jamie were like best friends.
I'm fixing to have I'm fixing to have a total knee done by y'all's man,
Dr. Chad Mitchell. Yeah.
Yep. I'm having it done on the 15th.
Wait a minute. What at 15th?
15th of
September? Oh, that's the one he's letting me help. Oh, my God. That's great, man. He's let me help one time this year, and it is on that date. I hope it's you.
I hear that. I wish I could talk politics because,
You can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I know.
We try to avoid it. They'll put me in jail, so I can't talk about it.
But you can.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, we got to take a break. We love you. Thank you so much for calling, and you call us back, okay?
I will. I won't say this, but I had 8 people to give a vote to somebody that's in that room in there.
Yeah.
So you got 8 people. You know, those 8 people done that for me.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Thank you, sir. Dave, I like him. He's a great man.
He's a great guy, too. Yeah.
All right. Where are we at? All right. How much time? I got time? I got to do a couple? I got time?
You got about a minute.
All right. And again, that Cajun place, we start with them 50-cent wings, man. You can't beat it. You know what? Jay and Trudy do this because summertime, if you're local, it's hard to get in there. Let's face it. You go by there, the lines around the building trying to get in there and eat. And then when football season starts, we can really focus on the locals. So they do this. 50 cents. We can't get a deal like that anywhere. 50-cent wings, great food, great. I love their bread pudding. We talked about that coffee cake. Unbelievable. Everything there is outstanding. Get down to that Cajun place, have a great meal, but they want you to wear your school colors. When you get in there that first week of college football, we saw a lot of Oklahoma, Nebraska, all these different shirts in there. It was incredible. Wear your jersey, go and have a great time. And anytime the Saints score and you got a Saints shirt on, free Jello shot. Same thing with the LSU Fighting Tigers. If you got a Lane Kiffin LSU jersey on, but you can get some free drinks. And I guarantee you they're going to score some points with Lane Kiffin. As
you got a Lane Kiffin thing on, they may pour the drinks on you.
Not Jan and Trudy, but somebody else might. Yeah, they won't. But anyway, and Pepper's Mexican Grill, oh, my goodness. I think we're going there today. If not today, we're going to go there tomorrow. They are incredible. They got a location over on across from the mall 77. Everybody knows about that place, legendary. Now, we finally got one on Panama City Beach Parkway. All you Arnold Marlins, before the Freeport game, we want all of you there. Come eat your pregame meal. Have yourself a couple drinks. Head out to Arnold High School, watch the game, and on the way back, all you parents stop, get you a meal again, drink some more. Buy one, get one free. Draft beer and house margaritas. Pepper's Mexican Grill. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the sports talk and live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the Man Cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a mixture of very light rain and some sun, and a high of 92 with wind 13 to 17 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Partly cloudy skies tonight and quite warm near 82. A small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by some sun and 93 tomorrow. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
This summer, Hard Rock Bet has the hottest baseball betting odds in Florida. Vig, juice, fee, whatever you call it, we're cutting it. It's the 10-cent summer sale. That's flat 10-cent lines for winner, spread, and over-under pregame bets. Same bets, better odds. This August, only on Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Valid for moneyline, spread and over. Under pregame markets with odds between -250 and +250 only. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Get ready, Duval. Jaguars training camp is returning to Miller Electric Center for 2026. Join us for an up-close look at our players in action as they prepare for the upcoming season. Daily availability is limited, so don't wait. Be part of all the excitement as football returns to Jacksonville. Get more information and secure your tickets by visiting jaguars.com/training camp. We'll see you there.
It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
A lot more excitement is yet to come.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Oh, yeah. Closer and closer to Alabama football. Love it. Crank it up, baby.
Hey, Alabama. Round 'em Crimson
Absolutely
Tide.
beautiful. Roll Tide, roll. Alabama Update is brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Well, we tell you all the time, yesterday was brutal, and it ain't over yet. We got probably another week or two of this unbelievably heat index. It's just miserable out there. If you got Stevenson Air Conditioning, you got it made. If you don't, you're suffering right now, and I understand it. You want to call somebody you can trust. You want to call somebody who's not going to take every penny out of your pocket, and you want to do it with a local company. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Go with somebody you can trust. Jason graduated from Mosey High School. He started this business. He knocks a home run. They are absolutely the best of the best. They'll come out. They'll coach you up what to do to make the house cooler in the summer. And he told me a couple things I didn't realize, and it helped. But they'll service it now. It's going to run better. Your power bill is going to go down, and it's going to get cool. It's going to save you money. If you got a real old one, you're going to have to bite the bullet and get you another one, because it's the only thing you can actually purchase that I know of that pays for itself over a period of time, because your power bill goes down so much when you go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Who was that freshman running back we talking about?
E.J. Crowell.
E.J. Correll, yes. He missed most of the spring practice with an ankle injury, and it was pretty tough ankle injury, to be honest with you.
Yeah, high ankle sprain, which is the worst.
5-star from Jackson High School in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't participate. He didn't. I can't. Let me take this.
Unknown caller.
Unknown caller.
He actually did not practice, as we know, in the scrimmage. He has re-injured his ankle. And they didn't talk much about the re-injury of the ankle, but they just said he's doing extremely well. With all the injuries with Deere and some of the other injuries going on, they're going to really need this young man. But when he's been healthy, they say, watch out. He's actually the third most rushing coming into the University of Alabama. The two guys ahead of him was Sean Alexander, which was that when he came into Alabama, he had rushed up in Kentucky for 6,657 yards. All-American. Everybody in the country wanted him. What did he do? Did he live up to all the building? Yes. Played in the NFL. They got an award named after him also. And then, of course, the number one all-time rusher coming into Alabama is the all-time rusher in high school football history, Derrick Henry. 12,120. Let me say it again. 12,124 yards rushing. Well, EJ, he's coming into Bama with 6,333 years of high school rushing, ahead of Mark Ingram. Mark had 4,248 yards coming in, and Trent Richardson of Escambia had 3,462 yards rushing coming into Bama. Does that mean much? Not necessarily, but it means the kid can run. I think he's in good company. If he's even near as good as these four that we've mentioned here, Bama's going to be in good shape with this young man. DeBoer said he could be out for a few more practices. It's a minor ankle injury is what they're saying it is, but we shall see. You know, Alabama's 10th practice was Monday, okay? So they've had more since then. Offensive coordinator Grubbs, he said this guy can play. There's no doubt about it. He was doing great. Sooner or later, he'll be back with us, believe me. Sooner or later, he'll be back with Bama, so expected. He does believe he'll be back 100% by game 1 against East Carolina with 11 o'clock kickoff. Again, the kid rushed for over 6,300 yards. He was the number 2 running back in the country in the 2026 class, I believe. Yes. So he can do it, and they're going to need him to do it. How well does he pick up the pass blitz and pass? How well is he doing passing protection? We don't know. But we know they need somebody who can take it to the house, and they think this is the guy that can do it. So we'll see how so they're a little thin there. We'll see how it plays out as the season goes on. Hopefully we can keep them healthy. Last year before the Florida State game, we got some running back injuries there too. And I'm just hoping they come out and play a lot better than they did the last time. Alabama's football schedule. We talked about this yesterday a little bit. If you look at the AP poll, Alabama's schedule is not as bad as some of the other schools. You look at Texas, Arkansas, and Kentucky. This is incredible. Texas Longhorns, the number, I forgot what did they rank, about 5th in the AP poll, I think?
AP 5th, coaches were 4th.
Okay. They got 7. They play 7 top 25 AP poll teams. Arkansas plays 7. Kentucky plays 7. That's tough, people. If you can split that, you've done pretty good. Now, if you're Texas, you better go 6-1 of that 7, not split it. But if Arkansas, Kentucky can do that, they're going to have a chance to have a decent record. Oklahoma, Michigan, Mississippi State, Ohio State, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M, their schedules are brutal also. They play 6 of the top 25 teams in the country. That's tough, guys. But this is one of the toughest schedules Ohio State's had, and also Michigan in a while. In the SEC, we're kind of used to it. I don't want to get that dig in for Jim Bob and Jason. Missouri, the Florida Gators, LSU, Nebraska, Northwestern, South Carolina, and the USC Trojans, which I think are going to be pretty good. Auburn, Purdue, Washington, and Minnesota, they all play 5 of the top 25 teams in the country this year. And then the Alabama Crimson Tide, they play 4 of the top 25 teams in the nation, and so does Michigan State, Stanford, Florida State Seminoles, Oregon, Wisconsin, and Georgia. Georgia's schedule is pretty easy this year, I think, if you can have an easy schedule in the SEC. The Bulldogs have 4. The Tennessee Volunteers have 4. Vandy has 4. And believe it or not, Indiana's schedule's tougher this year than it was last year, but they've got 4 in the top 25. Rutgers and Cincinnati round out all the teams that got 4 opponents on the AP top 25. You did not hear Miami mentioned. You did not hear Notre Dame mentioned. They're in. Mark it down, book it. They're going to be in the playoffs. I guarantee you that, unless things go absolutely crazy. Last time, when is the last time the Alabama Crimson Tide, Glenn Manley, won a national championship? When's the last time the Crimson Tide has won a national championship?
Well, I really don't care, but was it 2022 or something like that?
I wish it was.
They lost that'd been nice.
Yeah, they lost to
2020.
Yeah, 2020 is the last time. Who did they beat for the national? And who did they destroy, embarrassed, and showed them who's the best in the world? Who they just annihilate in the national championship game in the Orange Bowl in 2020?
Navy. No, Notre Dame.
No, they beat Notre Dame the week before.
Washington.
No.
Was that Michigan?
No.
Thank
you.
Ohio State.
Say it again.
University.
Say it loud. Say it proud. The Ohio State Buckeyes got destroyed by the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Put an inside linebacker on Devontae Smith. That'll work.
That works every time for touchdowns for Bama. Let me tell you something, you Buckeye boys, since you're not here to defend yourselves. When it's back when the game was pure and you didn't have this cheating by NIL money, Alabama did it right, and they destroyed your Buckeyes. Now that things have gone crazy, it's all about money. The Big Ten has really taken over because you got all that money up there. We don't. We're hardworking people down here in the South that love one another.
Just poor Southern farmers.
Just take care of people. Yes, we just good people down here. We don't have to have big fancy cars and houses. We don't care about this.
We're happy with our McDonald's bags.
Yes. Now we do like the creature. We do like the creature conference. I will say that, but I just wish for the past. I wish it was no NIL. I think Alabama would be just fine. It ran Nick out of the business after losing to Michigan. Can you believe we lost to Michigan? Lose to Michigan when they won their national championship. But the last time Bama won it was in 2020. They beat Notre Dame. They also, Glenn Manley, beat 11 SEC teams. That's never been done and will never probably happen again. But Roll Tide, that's all I got for you today. The Alabama. I can do more.
Go ahead.
As a matter of fact, I will since you brought that up.
Bear Bryant, Alabama. Nick Saban.
God.
Go ahead.
Bear Bryant was my idol. My dad's, we all love Bear Bryant. I don't think how you could not love Bear Bryant. And we love Suge Jordan. Back then, man, it was just different. They were role models. They were wonderful people. All right, let's talk about some.
I'm not sure all of them should have been if we'd actually known about them.
We don't need to know. We don't need to know about them things. The unbelievable Paul Bear Bryant and Ralph Suge Jordan. All right, let's talk about some of the wonderful people. Stevenson Air Conditioning, anytime, day or night, they're there for you. You got a local man taking care of you. Company that just takes a lot of pride in what they do. They're the best of the best. That's what you get when you go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't go with anybody else. You go local. You go Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're number one. They score every single time. They're incredible. All right, let's talk about some of our other wonderful people that we love. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Today and the day only, it's that world famous J. Michael Spaghetti. Little Glenny is going to be there. Brian's going to be there. Come by and say hello to us. We always see a lot of our friends there at the legendary J. Michael's. They only do it on Wednesday now. It's going to be packed out lunch and dinner. You know, we order it to go at night. We'll come by and pick up a bunch of it, take it to the kids, and we have a great time. Also, I love Russ. I love Patrick. I love Amber. They do a great job. They do an incredible job. David Adams, Designer Jewelry. They can build exactly what you want. You want a heart with Glenn Manley written over it, they can do it. There's no doubt. You want a Bay High School ring, they can do that. They buy and sell jewelry. They are the best of the best. They're over in Lynn Haven, and they also work on jewelry. You break it, they fix it there. They don't send it off and lose it. And Pat and James, what's the biggest thing that you love that they do?
The best thing that they do is they make it easy for me to understand what my wife wants. They got the wish list, so I don't have to go in there and take a wild guess at what she really wants. Although I do know she loves green, so I always look at the green things. But I'd rather just know than take a guess. David Adamson,
that's a smart man.
wish list.
That's the reason you're where you're at in this world. Good
Winning.
job. All right, you're nothing but a winner, no doubt about that. Dr. Ward, we love him.
Yep.
I miss him. He's out playing tennis today. Can you believe that in this heat? Dr. Ward is the best of the best. He graduated from Florida. He's highly intelligent. The guy's great. You know he's involved in a lot of politics also. I know our Florida State fans just love his opinions. He is the best. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All you've got to do, if you're listening right now, get on the phone, call, make an appointment with Dr. Ward because there's an office near you if you're listening anywhere in the Panhandle of Florida. I'm seriously, if it doesn't look right, feel right, go get it checked out. All it takes is 5 minutes. It could save your life. Listen to Dr. Ward next Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen for you. Take natural things. Get off the prescription drugs. If you can do natural things to help the issues, that's what you need to do. They got 2 wonderful locations, Pier Park and 23rd Street. And Jason graduated from Mosley High School. His mother is a legend. She should be in the Hall of Fame. Is she in the Hall of Fame at Bay High School? She should be.
Should be.
She should be. Maybe you can work on that. Okay. She's incredible. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Today is a special day for my family. We're going to go to Surfside. I hope Matt Pitts is there and say hi to their principal. But they got a volleyball game. And my baby girl, my beautiful Leighton Bell, first time cheering. She's got her Surfside little uniform on. Cannot wait to watch her cheer. I don't get to watch her Thursday at the football game because it's been canceled because of why, Glenn?
Heat index.
Heat can kill, and we're not going. I think that's a smart move. It's just too damn hot.
You gotta.
She's going to cheer at the volleyball.
Volleyball, yeah, they're cheering at the volleyball game. So I will be there at Surfside Day watching that. Looking forward to that. And after that, we're probably going to go down to Pepper's Mexican Grill. Get us a good meal. Panama City Beach Park. All you Arnold Barnes, now the Friday game, you've got all Arnold, everybody on Panama City Beach, go pack it out before the game. Have yourself a pepper, have a great meal, then go to the game together. Pepper's Mexican Grill, Panama City Beach Parkway. Go check it out. Buy one, get one free. Glenn loves their margaritas. Their draft beer is outstanding, and I'm telling you right now, their soft margarita is the best I've ever had, but be careful. It's got a kick. It will kick your butt. Be careful. Go check it out. Military Days every Monday, 10% discount. Pepper's Mexican Grill. All you Arnold Mullins, you better get it. Of course, the one on 77. Yep. I guess all the Bay High people can go there, Mosley and everybody else.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with the Auburn Tigers and whatever else we can think of.
There we go.
J. Michael's Restaurant. Don't forget World Famous Spaghetti. And don't forget, 8:30, all you need to know about the Florida Gators, Mark McCloud. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights.
Highway robbery!
But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It saved baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, a mixture of very light rain and some sun, and a high of 92 with wind 13 to 17 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Partly cloudy skies tonight and quite warm near 82. A small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by some sun and 93 tomorrow. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for your next reliable ride? Don't break the bank. Cruise on down to Emerald Coast Auto Sales. From spacious family SUVs to sleek fuel-efficient sedans, we have an incredible selection of quality pre-owned vehicles waiting just for you right here on our lot at Emerald Coast Auto Sales. Drive home happy today. Emerald Coast Auto Sales, 2815 15th Street, right across the street from Cedar Grove Elementary.
Hurricanes football is back at Hard Rock Stadium. The Miami Hurricanes kick off their home schedule Thursday, September 10th against Florida A&M, followed by an action-packed season featuring FSU, Pittsburgh, and Virginia Tech. From season tickets and group outings to luxury suites, there's a game day experience for every fan. Secure your seats today by visiting MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football. Go Canes, and we'll see you at Hard Rock Stadium.
He doesn't try on clothes at the department stores. He just rips stuff off the hanger and lives with the consequences for years.
It's classy, it's intriguing.
He's sexy, sassy, and full of spunk.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum. Hey! Whoa, Eagle!
March down the field.
Never. Hey, 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 hey.
Knows every third word.
Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna, Elizabeth, Craig, and Stephen
learn
Segrist.
the first line because I do the Hey Alabama.
I know that song. I can sing every single word. But I'll save you from that right now.
Well, I know that you're the only guy in church that gets paid not to sing. I do know that.
Thank you so much. I keep asking Jeremy when I get up and speak. He won't let me. I tell you this, man. They got so many people at Jeremy's church that are Auburn fans. But he sets them straight. He loves Alabama. So they got both down there. They got a lot of Florida State. That's like you do everywhere in the Panhandle of Florida. Everything's mixed down here in the Panhandle of Florida. But there's certainly a lot of Auburn Tigers. You look at all the preseason. Oh, let me tell you this. We got a huge game tomorrow. Today's Bay Day, Bay High School. Tomorrow's Mosley, Coach Witten Day. And I'm telling you right now, that man can coach. He is outstanding. We were kind of worried he was going to go to Niceville. He stays at Mosley, and what he's done over there is incredible. They got the biggest booster club around. And we want all you Mosley Dolphins to get to Beef O'Brady's before the game. Get down there early. Have a pep rally. Have your pregame meal down there. Have a great time. Then together, all you head out to Tommy Oliver, have a great time. Now, you want a place over in Lynn Haven to go watch all the games this fall? Yeah, you know where to go. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Pat Perno's the city commissioner over there and does an incredible job. What a wonderful man he is. He truly is a great man. There's no doubt about that. And his restaurant's just like him. They treat you like family. They always got a smile on their face. Their TV's everywhere. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. A lot of people say, we have a birthday party, or we want to watch a big game and have a party at our house. That's fine. You wouldn't believe on Super Bowl Sunday how many wings he sells. They come pick them up. Call Pat. Tell him what you want. They'll have the order waiting for you at Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven. All right, here we go. Auburn Tigers. Let's just kind of look. Where was Auburn ranked? They weren't. They combined all these different polls, and they came up with the teams, their highest ranked, their lowest ranked, and then they put down where they were ranked in the AP poll. Because there are all kind of different polls out there. I mean, everybody's got one. Everybody's got a poll. Seems like Lynn's got one.
Let me say this. Why do we keep talking about Polish people? These polls.
I kind of like the Polish people.
Why can't we say Slovak or Russian?
I like
or something?
The Polish people.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Good. All right, here we go. Auburn. The highest, you look at all these different ones, the highest they were ranked going into the 2026 season, which I think they will end up in the top 25. Auburn, the highest ranking was 24. And, of course, the lowest, they were not ranked in some of them. Where did they sit? Where were the final rankings? If you look just at the AP poll, they weren't ranked. Now, you look at the other SEC schools. Let's look at Alabama. The highest ranked Alabama was ranked in all these combined polls. The highest ranking was number 8. The lowest ranking they were, if you look them all up and average it out, they were ranked 20th in the nation. Where did they wind up in the AP poll? Because that's the latest one we just got. Was 13th. I think they might have been higher. I think they were 11th in the coaches poll. Now Arkansas, we don't have to say much about Arkansas. They weren't ranked anywhere. They were not ranked anywhere in any poll to be found. Not in the J.C. Penney poll. They were not ranked. So let's go to the Auburn. We just talked about Auburn. The highest was 24th. The Florida Gators, and I've said it just about every show, the best 2 improved teams in the SEC are going to be the Auburn Tigers and the Florida Gators, and they play week 3, 6:30. I think it's 6:30 kickoff at Auburn. Cannot wait for that ball game. The winner of that's going to have a really good year. You look at the Florida Gators, the highest they were ranked in any poll was 17th. And the lowest they were ranked, unranked. Look at the AP poll, where they at? They weren't ranked, weren't mentioned. So that's where Florida wound up. The Georgia Bulldogs, the highest in all the polls you look at, the number 2 ranking in the nation. The lowest they were ranked was 8th. You're doing pretty good. When your highest was number 2 and your low was number 8, you did pretty good. Where they end up with the AP poll, they had them at number 3, the highest ranked team in the SEC, according to AP poll, and they were also favored, most of them, to win the SEC. The whole world has changed to the Big Ten. The number 1 and number 2 team, both from the Big Ten. Ohio State Buckeyes, which I think should be number 1, and then Oregon number 2, and Georgia was number 3. You look at James's team. You look at Kentucky. How well did they do with a new football coach, which I think is going to do a good job. But they weren't ranked at all in anything. No love whatsoever. LSU with Lane Kiffin. He did get some love. One poll, he was ranked. The highest was number 5 in the nation. And there was one, they were not even ranked at all. But if you look at the AP poll, they came in at number 11 in the nation, the LSU Fighting Tigers. I cannot wait to week 1, prime time, LSU at home versus the Clemson Tigers, because I believe in Dabo Swinney. I think this will be a good game. Mississippi State, Brian's beautiful school. Southern Mississippi, when I was there, I was redshirted. They redshirted just back then. We went 5 years and beat them every single year. Mm-hmm. Mississippi State, are they ranked, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, where are they ranked, Brian?
About 84th.
Yes, they were ranked. They ain't ranked anywhere. They're terrible. Will the coach survive this year? Seriously.
I'll be honest with you. I think so. I mean, I'll be honest, I thought he did one of the best jobs in the country last year, because that roster, I mean, you're talking about anytime you have to follow a system the way that you had to follow with Leach, it's a total changeover.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was very difficult.
And y'all don't, but be honest, y'all don't have that lot,
Here's
lot
the
of
thing.
money.
No, we don't. But I thought they overachieved last year, but in a way he almost did himself a disservice, because he would take those teams into overtime and then couldn't finish. So it was kind of, so I'm a little worried expectations may be a little higher than they should be this year. But that being said, Arnett's back.
Yeah.
Which is good, because he's one of the best defensive minds in the country. But I don't think so. I know a lot of people think he's on the hot side. I don't think so. I think if he could just have a solid year this year, you know, either get to 6-6, get to a bowl game would be great. But then, depending on that, next year is the year where it might be a little.
It just shows you how NIL has kind of ruined college, in my opinion. Because if they do it the way it was meant to be, it'd be fine. But the way they do it now, recruiting. Mississippi State was ranked number 1 in the nation at one time.
Yeah.
This is about 10 years ago, right?
It doesn't mean you can't be good, but
you better have money.
The needle you got to thread is smaller.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to hit everything exactly right, and then you'll only get it for 1 year, because those guys are going to bounce.
Yeah.
So
it's
tough.
It's just the way things are going. You look at Missouri, the highest they were ranked anywhere in all these different polls was 18th. And there were some they weren't ranked at all. But the AP poll, they got Missouri at number 20th. I got to give the guy credit. He's been consistently winning there. He's done a good job. And they got a brand new stadium. It's absolutely beautiful. Bill and Sue Solomon, they're going to be there for the first opening of this new stadium. It's going to be pretty cool. All right, look at the Oklahoma Sooners. Glenn, the highest they're ranked. And I'm kind of high on them. I think if they can run the ball whatsoever and their quarterback improves, watch out, because they're always good on defense. I think Oklahoma's going to be pretty good. Anyway, the highest they're ranked anywhere was number 7. The lowest they were ranked anywhere was 17th. AP poll has Oklahoma at number 10, but their schedule's pretty tough. At number 9, and I can't wait to watch them. I just don't know. I think with all the skilled players they have, they're going to be good. They got good old money there at Ole Miss. The Ole Miss Rebels, the highest they were ranked is number 6. The lowest they were ranked, and one of them they weren't ranked at all. The AP poll, Ole Miss at number 9.
Their schedule is pretty tough this year.
Who we got?
We got Tony, the Clemson Tiger, on the line.
Tony is breaking up my Auburn update. Okay. Tony, what's going on, Big Daddy?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We're doing great. What's going on with you?
Well, getting ready to head back to Atlanta next week, go see the Braves play, and go see AC/DC live.
Ooh. Oh, cool.
It should be a loud concert.
Yeah, that's on my wife's bucket list, so, hey, she bought the ticket.
I hope you're sitting in the shade.
No, actually, it's at the Mercedes Dome.
There you go.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
Yeah, it's inside, and she got bought the seat, so, hey.
That's awesome,
Wow.
man.
That's
all right, help me
great.
out. My Clemson Tigers. I love Dabo. Are we going to be okay this year?
There's some people picking them to go 10-2 to lose to LSU and Miami and make it to the ACC championship. So if that happened, I'd be extremely happy. Do I see it happening? I'm not sure. I got to see them play against LSU. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game in the LSU game, and I think it's going to come down to who wants it the worst in the fourth quarter. I don't see this a blowout on either side. I see the final being like last year, something like 17-14. But I think it's going to be a well-fought game, and you got people picking Clemson to pull the upset now. So whether that happens or not, you got to take it off and see what happens.
I hate to do it. We got to take a break, but I want to ask you real quick because then we got to go real quick. Well, Clemson fans that are used to playing for national championship, being really good, if he goes 9-3, is he okay?
Who are you going to get to replace him? He's still recruiting in the top 10 in recruiting, and he's dipping into the portal.
Yeah,
So,
I think it'd be a huge mistake to get rid of him. I love that guy. I believe in him.
I think he's tasting the portal now and seeing what it can do, and I think you give him another 2-3 years to put Clemson back at the top. If he doesn't do it in 3 years, then I'd say maybe it's time to start looking elsewhere. But what are you going to do? The guy's won 10 ACC championships, won 2 national championships, and been to 2 others.
And that's not even the greatest thing he ever did. He played football in Alabama. Good God. Hey, thank you for the call. We'll call us back, man. We got to take a break. Thank you, sir. Beefo Braves, Lynn Haven, get out to have a great time, especially all you Mosley Dolphins this Friday in this football season. Go watch all the college games down there. All you Tiger Sharks, Taco Bell, they're there for you. Make sure you're there for them. Tiger Shark update Friday. Coach Tanner Jones will be at 7 o'clock. So all you people in Port St. Joe, be listening. We got 3 great locations. Taco Bell's here in Panama City Beach. My favorite's right here by the bridge. Of course, the one on Back Beach Road up by 79 does a really good job. And the brand new one at Edgewater Shopping Center does really well too. Get out to one of the 3 or 4 Taco Bell. Support them. They're big time supporters of Bay County athletes and athletics. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. I can't wait, man. The legend, Mark McLeod.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
You know what's the sad part is if somebody's pretty, you don't think that they're tough. But I'm going to tell you right now. No.
I can't believe you just said
Troy Aikman.
Pretty.
Troy Aikman. You would think that this guy's all made up and everything, but the guy was actually pretty tough.
All right, let the record show that no man is pretty to me. All right? Can we get Jeff's top 10?
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Football season is almost here, and it's time to bring the energy back to Jacksonville. Be the first to see your 2026 Jaguars in action as they go head-to-head with the Carolina Panthers in a preseason matchup Friday, August 21st. Seating capacity is limited, so lock in your tickets for the 7:30 kickoff by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you back at the bank.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
He has a really low passenger rating on Uber. He punched a magician and started a petition to remove the penny from circulation.
Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Is he sane? I have no idea.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Go Gators! Man, I love living in the past. I can't. I do. I remember with the national championship, you're going to have to come through the state of Florida. This is right when we were down at Cape Coral, and even some when we were here. But man, Coach Spurrier, when he was the head football coach, you knew the Gators are going to be playing. They're going to be, if they didn't win it, they're going to be playing for it, or they're going to determine who does it, because you're going to have to beat the Florida Gators. And I'd say the same thing for Florida State Seminoles and the Miami Hurricanes. That was back in the heyday of the great sports of Florida. But I tell you what, we had a guy that covered it back then. We got a guy that covers it right now. Nobody does a better job than Mark McLeod on the Florida Gators or college football. Let's bring him in right now because I know you love listening to him every third Wednesday at 8:30, the great Mark McLeod. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Good to be on with you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Don't you miss the days when Spurrier was there and Bobby Bowden? That was just, God, it was something special about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you look at the top 25 poll, and where's Florida? Where's Florida State? I mean,
Miami's still there. Miami's still there.
Yeah, Miami's back. They're back, but they had a long absence themselves there. So, no UCF, so we can't go back to what 7 years ago, whatever. But yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, and I just want to throw this out to you, and then we'll start talking about Florida and everything. Is it just all about the rosters, the money? You see what Florida's doing now in recruiting. They're knocking out the ballpark. But let's look at this year's rosters. And I don't think anybody knows the exact number. I don't care what they say. I don't think they know the exact number because the Big Ten's reporting one thing and there's other services reporting another. Here are the big daddies of college football. Texas, 47.9. Miami, $44 million. Ohio State, $43.5. LSU and Oregon, both $42.8 million. Notre Dame, $40.4 million, and they don't even play anybody. Texas A&M, $38.9. Alabama, $37.2. Tennessee, $36.7. And then you got Texas Tech, $36.3 million on this year's rosters. I don't know where Florida's at. I know they're knocked out of the park in recruiting. Can they keep doing it this way? If people are still going to keep giving money year after year on rosters?
Until some changes are made, yeah. And those changes are made by Congress, by the NCAA. Does the SEC and Big Ten pull away, as we found out that finally there was some admitting to that at SEC Media Days by Greg Sankey? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is right now. There's still so much up in the air. I mean, they couldn't – and you kind of knew that. You kind of suspected that. they weren't going to come to an agreement before Congress was, before they broke. And, so the House has got to get it together before they can get it to the Senate. And there's just a lot that it's being tugged in two different directions. You have those that the left side that wants to see collective bargaining. They want unions involved. They want to make college football a union. And then you've got the other people who are saying, look, we just want college football to be solved. We're not looking to break the bank here, but it's a tug of war.
Well, this is what I was getting to. With the Florida, and we know Florida's got money, but are they willing to spend in the $40 million range to fill a roster year after year, like you see Texas doing, like you see Miami's got a billionaire down there? Florida's got money, but do they have enough money, Mark, if it's all about money?
Well, I don't think they do right now, but Gary Condren has started something with Florida Victorious and made the challenge out there for every game the Gators win. He's going to give a boatload of money, and he's challenging all the Gator boosters. Look, Florida can get the money. I don't think the money would be a problem for Florida because you've got a school of 50,000 plus students. That's a lot of graduates each and every year, and the boosters have been traditionally very strong at Florida. Although Florida changed a lot of stuff years ago with the booster clubs that I particularly didn't like, and the booster club presidents, many of them didn't like, including Panama City. As the former president there told me, they were very upset that they couldn't get people like Ron Zook and other coaches to come play golf with them and really make a big, a nice, get a lot of people out there and make a nice afternoon of it, or day of it, I should say, and then get the money, get those people writing checks. And, of course, then they changed it, and they said, well, most of the checks are going to go back to Gainesville. You guys are only going to get a little bit. And so there have been a lot of changes. There's just so much that I could say, Coach, about it. But Florida has the money. They have the resources. They have all of that. But right now they are not putting it in a football roster. And part of that anyway, is due to Billy Napier being the head football coach, that people didn't have a whole lot of confidence in him. And people had gotten to the point with Napier where, look, we hear the same stuff every year, every practice, every press conference. It's the same thing, Billy. We want to see the results, and it never happened.
Right.
Are they going to have a patch deal on their uniform? Have you heard anything?
They were looking into that. That's a good question, Coach. I haven't really gotten into it. I'm one of these guys that I can only do so much. And then with the business end, I get sick of it, and I want to go back to the roster, the depth chart.
Right.
Let's see who's being recruited. I'll be honest with you. There's some of that stuff that just drives me crazy, and I can only look at so much. And over the past 2 years, we have been inundated with off-the-field issues in college football, as you guys know.
Right. I just wondered if FSU dropped the ball on that, no pun intended. The basketball team got a big thing from Reliant Quest, which is of FSU graduate. It's, a cyber security international company, and so football decided we'd all go in different directions. So,
and see, Alabama's so much tradition. Right. They like this, their plain uniform, but there's talk that they need to do it. And I was thinking about, I was a good question because I just thought about that with Florida. I'm sure they would. Everything's about money. I'm sure everybody's going to do it. All right, let's get off that. I want to know about practice. What are you hearing? What's going on down in Gainesville?
Well, a good scrimmage on Saturday. And, let me go to the negatives first, as I did on my show. John Summerall, very, very honest. I love John Summerall because he tells us things. It's not coach speak, which is what we got from Billy Napier, and the process. And guys, there's a process here, all that nonsense. We know there's a process. There's a process to everything we do in life. There's a process to walking to the refrigerator and getting something out of it for breakfast. But John Summerall said, let me give you some of the negatives. He said, look, number one, the run game. Short yardage needs to improve. He was not pleased with what he saw in the short yardage work that they did on Saturday in the scrimmage. So he said the run game's got to improve. With regards to the offensive line, which is where some of that stands, he said, look, right now we're pretty happy with what we see on the offensive line. There's some battles going on, and that's what we needed to see. But the one thing that he did, the negative that he threw is he said, what we need to see from those guys is consistency. He said, we're putting groups together. we're using a group here, we've got a group there. We're mixing and matching guys to see who the best 5 are. He said right now, this week is going to be a week where they actually are going to put a couple different groups that they believe are the guys that they're going to go with. They're going to put them together more this week than they have in previous weeks, the previous 2 weeks of practice. And then, but because this week is more of a mock week, he said, for game week. He said, this is our mock week. The other thing with regard to the scrimmage, he said the tackling, he didn't love it. He said it wasn't horrible, but there were times there was some good tackling, but he didn't love it. And he said there was particularly poor tackling by 2 defensive backs. He refused to name them. He said, I'm not going to name them, but they know who they are. And it's a bad situation for those 2 cats. He talked about the 2 false starts at wide receiver during the scrimmage. He said absolutely unacceptable. There should never be a skills position guy who has a false start, particularly at wide receiver, and he was very upset about that. 1 interception in the scrimmage, but he said there were 2 to 3 throws by both quarterbacks, Philo and Jones, that really should have been picked. He said, and that kind of falls back on our defensive backs. Man, you got to catch the ball. Your tip drills are going to be in play this week. You better believe that, and you got to be sure and catch the ball. The other issue he had, he said that 2 touchdowns that quarterbacks threw were due to poor coverage in the red zone, and he said we have to improve our coverage in the red zone, and we can't have stuff like that where people are going and scoring touchdowns. We got to stop them or at least force them to a field goal. So, and he talked about his own red zone offense, and he said, look, with regard to our own red zone offense, we didn't score enough touchdowns. He said, we kicked field goals, and you're not going to win many games kicking field goals. So those were the negatives that he had, but he had a lot of positives. He said that, there was some back and forth there that he really did like watching. He thought that special teams coach Manley, he said, was really good. Now, Durkin wasn't out there. Patrick Durkin, who's on the Luke Rosa Award watch, right. He had an issue. He said if it was a game, he would have kicked. He said, but they just felt like, let's just hold him out. But Leon Pedron, goodness gracious, he was 3 of 4 in the scrimmage, including a 50-yarder. He said he was 9 of 10 in PATs and did a really good job overall. Was very impressed with him. He thought the Alec Clark punting, he said, did a great job.
Hey, Mark.
And he said,
I hate to cut you off. We got to take a real quick break. We're going to hold you over, bring you back. The great Mark McLeod's with us right now. Let's talk about some of our great people. Deckhand Social. I'm pumped up about having them, man. They do an incredible. Jacob graduated from Moses High School. He runs that place down there. They do a great job. You sit there on the bay, look at the boats. The scenery is absolutely beautiful. 20 by 10 TV, the biggest screen out there anywhere. They got a brunch every Saturday and Sunday for the big games, NFL and college games. You can sit there, the kids can swim in the pool. You're watching the game. You're having a wonderful time. If you want to sit inside by the bar, TVs everywhere, indoor dining, great food. The food's incredible. Go check this out. It's at the Pirate Cove Marina right between there, 3901 Thomas Drive. The food is outstanding, but the atmosphere is something special. And the best kept secret in Bay County, Outlaws Barbecue, 6809 Thomas Drive, right there past Newbies 2 on the curve. Keep on going. Halfway down to the mothership, look to your right-hand side. Outlaws Barbecue is incredible. Paul does a wonderful job. Great barbecue, but they got everything you can think of. Fried catfish, poor boys, you name it, they got it. Their smoked tuna dip is incredible. Homemade desserts, live entertainment Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Go check out Outlaws Barbecue. You'll be glad you did, and I'll be glad you went. Also, don't forget about today and the day only, the world-famous J. Michael Spaghettis. If you're in Lynn Haven today, Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, 10 wings inside for $9.99. Taco Bell Tiger Shark Update every Friday, brought to you by Taco Bell. We'll be right back with the great Mark McLeod.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, A mixture of very light rain and some sun, and a high of 92 with wind 13 to 17 miles per hour out of the west-southwest. Partly cloudy skies tonight and quite warm near 82. A small chance of rain showers in the morning and afternoon followed by some sun and 93 tomorrow. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover the new Kia at Bill Bird Kia. Get behind the wheel of an exciting new 2026 Kia model where advanced technology, confidence-inspiring safety, and premium comfort come together for every drive. Looking for an SUV? Check out the stylish new 2026 Kia Sportage or the family-ready new 2026 Kia Sorento. And if you need more room, the innovative new 2026 Kia Carnival MPV delivers SUV-inspired design with plenty of room for all of your adventures. Bringing style and performance together, experience the bold new 2026 Kia K4 and new 26 Kia K5. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the original 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind that you can trust. Visit Bill Bird Kia at 2435 East 15th Street in Panama City or online anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Bill Bird Kia, your local community dealer, where we treat you like family. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details.
Welcome to It's the Coach James Hale Show.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Live from the J. Michael Studio at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We know it's hot. The heat index day is out of sight. Yesterday was incredible. You got Stevenson Air Conditioning. You have no problem at all. If you have any kind of issues, it breaks down, it's not working right, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. That's what you get with Stevenson Air Conditioning. TK Vanding General Roofing Contract. They design, build residential, commercial. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turf Pro Pest Control. You want that yard like a golf course? Patrick can make it happen. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Mark, I was listening to you talk about the tackles and things like that, and you did tell us last week they're taking them to the ground. You don't see that much anymore. Are they going to do that going forward when you hear that the tackling wasn't very good? So if it's not going very good, you got to kind of work on that. What about the next scrimmage? Do you think they do that again?
He indicated about a week ago, I guess, or so, that they would not do that. They were going to do it for the first scrimmage.
Okay.
So that was his indication. Yeah, sorry we went all along in that person, but when you get a coach that actually gives you some information, you're like, good grief.
No, that's great. That was awesome. That was awesome.
But yeah, this week he said this week is mock game week. He said they will meet and they will practice. They will do everything they can. The scrimmage will take place at night on Saturday, much like the FAU game is. Really, their first three games. I mean, you look at FAU games at night, 7:45. Then you got a 5:30 kickoff, and then the third game you have is a 7 o'clock kickoff. So everything's really late in the day, and they're going to mimic that to try to keep the players in more of that situation, in a game situation. So, but this week they're gonna do that. He said we're gonna the meetings, the practice sessions, things we're gonna do are gonna be just like a game week. That way we can simulate it for the players and all the guys that have come in through the portal and all the guys that are the freshmen. So that'll be good for them to watch. And he did say that, talking about the offensive line, he said the combinations this week will narrow down our top 8, and they feel like that will go a long way to help them.
What were all the positives? You said there were quite a few. What some more of them?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, a couple things that he said were really good. He talked about Tremel Jones, the quarterback. Of course, you got a battle there. He said, look, there's nobody. You might have a guy that's ahead, but it's not much. And what I've heard is Aaron Philo is ahead, definitely ahead. But Jones has really closed the gap. He said the thing where he needs to grow is in identifying and getting the shifts and the motions and all of that stuff correct. He said that kid can make plays. He said he has a bright future. He really likes Jones. But he said both have taken steps up. They're playing really good football. And that's impressive for a coach to say they're playing, and I quote, really good football. But he said in the end, execution is going to win the job, and this is the week to finalize that. He said the thing he liked about Philo was after he threw a poor interception, he said he followed it up with a really good play. And, like a baseball pitcher, Coach, I mean, you got to forget about that home run you just served up. You got to go make a play. And he was very happy to see Philo really bear down and say, we got to go make something happen now after that bad interception. So he said he had one other throw that was bad, but outside of that, they were pretty good. One thing that I think was interesting, guys, is he said that Brad White is giving all of these different looks on the defensive front. He said he's showing the quarterbacks and the offensive line pictures that are really challenging them in practice. He said he's kind of looked at it himself. He goes, "Whoa, Brad, what are you doing here?"
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good for these guys to see that before the opener. So, he talked about the running game, said overall there were some good runs, but again, he wasn't pleased with what he saw in the red zone. Defense, he said he thought did pretty well against the run. They went 127 plays. They fought through the elements. It was steamy, but he said it really wasn't as hot as I thought it should be. So, but one other guy that he really praised was Levitt, the offensive lineman. Boyer, Levitt, Dice. He said all these guys are playing better. He said the interior offensive line is actually playing better than the tackles. He needs to see more from the tackles. So he likes what he sees on the interior. Those are some of the things. He talked about the reserves and said we really have some good reserve linebackers and Ty and Miles. He said they're very impressive. Ty's very gifted. But he talked about the safety room and said, it's kind of a strange room. We have two veterans, but then afterwards we have two veterans out there, and then behind it we have really talented young people who just have to learn and have to play.
Mark, I can go back to Charlie Pell when he came in there and started bringing good players to Florida and watch him practice when they had the coaching clinics. The speed on defense, and then Spurrier's heyday. You go to a game and you'd see an opening, especially if you go there in the stadium as a coach watching it. You thought, okay, this opponent's going to get a good play right here. And then the speed of Florida's defense, they just closed the gap so quickly. And to win championships, I don't care what everybody – I know offense is important, but if you're going to win it all, you got to have a great – look at Indiana's last year's defense was outstanding. Yeah. So I think it starts there. What do you think? What's the limit of Florida's defense? How good can they be on the defense side of the ball, in your opinion?
I think it can be awfully good. I really do. I think this coaching staff, the interesting thing, and look, I harp on it during the Nathan years. I kept saying, and you guys remember, I kept saying they need to add one or two more defensive line. They need to add one or two more. Well, they did that. This staff actually added, if you remember, they added one very late in the portal, and then they added a second one. So they feel like they have enough defensive linemen. And one of the big things, and I think it was Scott Carter wrote a great piece on FloridaGators.com about L.J. McCray. We've heard a lot about L.J. McCray. Of course, this is a guy who was the Anthony Munoz National Defensive Lineman of the Year when he was a high school kid at Daytona Beach, Mainland. But last year he played 4 snaps, suffered a knee injury, which he was out most of camp with a knee injury. He hasn't been able to play much, and now he's a redshirt junior, and it just hasn't been on the field. But boy, they're saying he is a new guy. He really developed and embraced the weight room, embraced everything Coach Witt and company were doing to develop him physically, and he's put on a lot more lean muscle mass, and he's looking really good. So you got McCray, you got Jaden Woods back, you've got Brendan Bett and Dachu and Jamari Lyons. You've got a lot of guys there that have played some college football. Jeremiah McLeod's played a little bit. He's only a true sophomore, but they really like what he's doing. So they've got quite a few kids. And then that linebacker with Miles Graham and Jaden Robinson back, and then Aaron Childs back for his third year. They've got some talent, and then some real young guys, like I talked about Ty Jackson earlier. They got some young youth behind them. The guy that's really surprising, guys, on the defensive side of the ball is Ben Hanks III. Just a redshirt freshman. He was only 6'6", 170 last year. He's up to 185 now. But everybody that I've talked to is saying the top corner in camp is a redshirt freshman, and it's Ben Hanks III. And he and Dallas Wilson go at each other, and they're tracking each other. They're keeping track of who wins and who loses each rep. Those two go against each other.
Can't wait. We're getting closer and closer to college football. You're right about Coach Summerall. I saw a clip. I'm sure everybody saw it. They asked him about the uniforms. He said, I don't give a crap about the uniform combination. But they did show I don't think I've ever seen this combination. They did show the blue uniforms. They had a blue helmet, blue tops, blue bottom. It looked good, but I still like the orange. That's just me. I like the orange and white helmets the best. What's your favorite combination of their uniforms? What do you like the best?
Wow, that's a tough question. You know, if they do a throwback, I do like what they're doing and what they're going to do for the. Is that going to be the Oklahoma game? I'm not sure, but anyway, that is a great look. Those the 60s and 70s Gator uniforms, I really did like. And then when Pell came in and changed the helmet with his Gator script and did the orange, I really like that because I've always been a guy that's always liked orange.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I like it. I like all of them. They're very different, but boy, I really do like this concept that they've come up with. And to take the helmet from white to blue, I think was a major upgrade.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd like the white helmets, but I liked it. I like when they're all white. I think it looks pretty good too. Listen, we certainly appreciate. I know you're busy. We certainly appreciate you sharing down here in the Panhandle of Florida. They all listen to you. And you ever get back here, we want to take you to lunch. We'll let Glenn buy, but we'll have a great time.
That doesn't sound unusual, does it?
He's had that J. Michael spaghetti. He knows how good that is.
I know.
That's good. J. Michael is fabulous.
All right. We'll talk to you next Wednesday, Mark. Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care, guys. Always good to be on.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Brian, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. You still doing a lot of traveling?
Yeah. I actually head up to Auburn this weekend, and I think I'm in Mobile area the week after that, and Dallas in September, and I'm going to make the pilgrimage back out to Vegas in October.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Well, I heard they were struggling, so I wanted to make sure
that. You got a donation.
He wants to go help them out. He does that quite a bit, by the way.
I'm very charitable in that regard.
Yeah. Get out to all of our sponsors. Go visit these wonderful people. Locals taking care of locals. That's what we're all about. And I'll tell you what, they're wonderful people. We appreciate them. Have a great day. Have a great school day. And stay cool. If you get in trouble, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. We're out 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Five Guys has changed their name to Four Guys out of respect for Jaden Daniels.
Wendy's has discontinued their 5 for 5.
There you go. It's 4 for 4 now.
He's not doing high fives anymore with his team.
No more high five.
The store is 5 and dine?
Nope.
No more?
Nope. No, it's 4 and dine.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Anna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening,